me, Tish, and thank you so much for coming to my channel. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and be sure to share my video because I'm going to be providing a ton of value today. So when it comes to investing in Calgary pre-construction, I always get a lot of questions, and I want to break down what those answers are to those questions to help make the process as easy as possible for you. So let's begin. The first question I get is, what is the down payment? What is the deposit structure? And how is it paid? That's kind of a 3-in-1. But for deposit structures for Calgary, the deposit structure does vary depending on the project. I've had deposit structures as little as 5%. I've had deposit structures at 10%. And usually those deposit structures are extended. So let's say you have a project where the deposit structure is 10% and they're looking at $5,000 on signing, the balance of 5% in 30 days, and the remaining balance of 5% due in 1 year. What that means is you're able to wire transfer that initial deposit of $5,000, and then the second deposit of up to 5% in 30 days will be wire transferred by you to the builder at the 30-day point. Then the remaining 5% balance would be then wire transferred by you to the builder within that 1 year point. So hopefully that kind of breaks down what that deposit structure means. In Calgary, there are certain builders that do provide bond loan options, meaning that if a deposit structure is 10%, but you only have that 5% available in hand to be able to invest, they're able to actually get funding in place at a really low interest rate to help cover that remaining balance of 5%. So really incredible options. We don't really see that in Ontario. So really unique ability to really get you in the door of investing. So yeah, so that's pretty much that. Down payment requirements are pretty much the same. If you're an investor, usually down payment requirements at closing will be 20%. If you're a first-time home buyer, or if you're a existing home buyer, either or, if you're purchasing a home that you're going to move into, the down payment requirement at closing will be a minimum of 5%. Yes, guys, a minimum of 5%. So really incredible kind of breakdown of down payment and deposit structure. And then in terms of the second question that I always get is, do I have to go to Calgary, Alberta to invest in a project? No. You can contact a real estate agent that specializes in pre-construction, and they're able to walk you through the entire process. The builders are able to send you the agreement virtually, so you get it through an electronic signing platform. You're able to create a signature, sign electronically. You don't have to go in person. So they make it really easy and a really smooth, hassle-free process. And then again, for payment for your deposits, it's all wire transfer. So there's really no need for you to actually fly out to Calgary, Alberta, unless you want to check out the area, you know, and view the city, and then kind of get a feel of what you're purchasing. But you really don't have to. My investors typically don't fly out there. It's a very turnkey investment opportunity. And then the third question I get is, how does the rental guarantee work? So a lot of builders have actually provided this rental guarantee. So we've had projects that are closing in 2025 with 2-year rental guarantee. So if it's closing in 2025, that's when the rental guarantee will actually begin. And then it will go into 2027. And with that rental guarantee, the builder is pretty much providing a tenant for you at no cost. And they're guaranteeing a specific amount of money that you're going to get per month, regardless of what rental rates are going for. Unless rental rates improve, then at that point the builder may decide to actually give you more, which is just incredible. And the good thing is if you break down the numbers, usually you're getting cash flow positive investment opportunities with Calgary's rental market. So amazing. There's not much of that opportunity available now in Ontario, the GTA, just because pricing has gone up so much. But yeah, you're getting that cash flow positive, you know, $200, $400 in your pocket rental guarantee, which is just incredible. They're also providing property management, which is great, so you don't have to really worry about any, like, you know, minor issues that may come up with your tenant, unless it's something that is major. Then at that point they contact you to just facilitate next steps. But yeah, usually you have a property management company that manages all that. They look for the tenant for you. They deal with any minor concerns and issues. And it just makes it a very turnkey, easy investment opportunity. The fourth question I get is, what does occupancy mean? So occupancy means the day that you are going to be getting the keys to the home and pretty much moving in or closing on the home. Okay. And then the fifth question I get is, what does it mean when people say that there is, no levies or no development charges? That's a very common question I get. So development charges and levies are usually required for investing in pre-construction in Ontario. So those are fees that are required by the municipality that builders have to pay out, and then those fees unfortunately are usually passed on to the buyers. But in Calgary, those do not exist. So these are fees that we've seen in the Ontario market of anywhere between, $5,000 to $20,000 plus. So they can be quite high, and you're not dealing with that in Calgary. They just don't exist. So really, really incredible opportunity to save quite a bit of money by doing that. And then another question I get is, what does the real estate market look like in Calgary? So the real estate market in Calgary has been quite hot. There's been a lot of price gains in the last few years, and that's because of the amount of demand. There's a lot of tech companies that are opening up shop, expanding. You have Amazon, you have TELUS, just so many other companies that are beginning to take advantage of the low corporation taxes and really begin to evolve and have just many different employment opportunities. And then there's also the immigration rate that just continues to skyrocket in Alberta. We have people in Ontario that are just looking for more affordable living that are moving out there, and people around the world as well that are moving to Calgary, Alberta. So that's kind of drawn and increased the demand of housing, and in turn has increased the pricing. And then and then another question I get is, which builder do I go with? So it's always important to look at the builder that you're going to be working with, seeing if they're reputable, seeing if they're going to, deliver on time based on their previous work and jobs that they've done in the past. And then really utilize that as a way to make your decision. It's always important with pre-construction that you make the process as smooth as possible, and working with a bad builder who doesn't deliver on time, whose quality isn't the greatest, is really just going to cause you a lot of headache and pain in the future. So why just not avoid that from the beginning? Other question I get is, what type of mortgage pre-approval is required, and do I need to take out a mortgage now at the time of purchase? So for pre-construction, you do require a mortgage pre-approval letter, and that's usually by a mortgage broker or a bank stating that you are approved for the purchase amount, or 80% of the purchase amount at the time of closing. And builders just need that as a way of reassurance that you can actually close off on the home if you do decide to keep it. And then in terms of the mortgage and taking that out, you will not need to actually take out a mortgage until closing. You're just going to be required to pay the deposits until closing. And then at closing is when you actually take out your mortgage and pay the remaining balance of whatever's owed. And then another question I get is, what does assignment mean? So this is probably one of the most common questions I get. I'm always surprised at how much people do not know what assignment means. So assignment means that you have the ability to sell the house prior to it closing, or prior to the occupancy date. So this provides a ton of opportunity, because if prices go up 50,000, 100,000 or whatever, you can actually leverage that equity and sell it at a profit, and you don't have to worry about closing it. So you don't have to worry about getting a mortgage, and you don't have to worry about dealing with tenants or anything like that. So really amazing opportunity. A lot of investors actually do like doing that. But no, regardless if you do decide to close off on the home or sign it, you should always make sure that you're qualified and able to actually close off on it, because you never know. So I hope this video helped in answering any of the questions that you have. But if you do have any other additional questions about investing in the Calgary real estate market, be sure to contact me directly. I'd love to help. Again, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.